Why are you taking off like that, man? Huh? Why are you taking off like that? Get back.
No.
Get back.
Nope.
Keep your hands where you can see them. Keep your hands right up. You're interfering with me, my man? You're interfering, so you're gonna go punch in the back of the car.
That's fine.
Okay. Dude, stop resisting.
I'm not resisting you.
Stop resisting.
I'm not resisting you. Put me on the ground then.
If you keep fighting me, I will.
I'm not fighting you.
Dude, stop fighting. You're gonna go on the ground.
There's another veteran, this time a Marine, was filming on his porch. This is back in January of 2019. As this officer hears, him and someone else up that's on a motorcycle or bike there, and he has an attitude instead because someone is on the porch, his porch. A man's home is his castle, filming this entire thing, and now it's get back. Get back where? What are we looking to not see? Anytime a cop does want to be filmed, you know he's up to no good. Here's some details about this assault that he then carried out there on the man. In January of 19, Adrian Burrell, who's a documentary filmmaker and a former Marine, saw the police stopping his cousin. Burrell used his cell phone to record the traffic stop from his own porch. And when Vallejo police officer David McLaughlin saw him filming, he ordered him to get back, as you saw. Burrell was standing about 20 to 30 feet back. Not sure how much further he assumed he's supposed to go. Multiple federal appeals courts have upheld a broad First Amendment right to film the police. So know that, you guys, you can film the police no matter how much they say you can't. So long as one isn't obstructing them from their duties. What part of him standing there was stopping him? This is where this interaction between Burrell and McLaughlin should have ended, as they point out here. But instead, McLaughlin holstered that gun, turned his back on that dangerous suspect, apparently, that he was holding there, and he approached him. He said, "You're interfering with me," as you heard. And then Burrell went on to then get assaulted there, as you saw, saying, "Don't resist, stop resisting," because that's the thing the officers have to say since their body cams are on, or at least someone's filming them. And they say, well, he was resisting even though you can't see any of that happening. So then he attacked him, tossed him in the back of a police car. And he said that McLaughlin then released him after finding out that he was a military veteran. He's like, oh, I can't mess with you because then this will look even worse for me. Because I assumed you were just someone I could assault with absolutely no consequences at the back end of that. How about some more background on McLaughlin? Because this can't be the first time he's done something like this. He was way too comfortable with this. Here's more. Last year, Vallejo paid over $270,000 to Santiago Hutchins to settle another excessive force lawsuit filed against the same cop. Hutchins said that Hutchins and McLaughlin, who was off duty and out of uniform at the time, got into an argument in a parking lot outside of a pizzeria. McLaughlin, out of uniform and off duty, pulled a gun and held Hutchins at gunpoint until several other officers arrived and took him to the ground. And that cell phone video taken by a bystander showed McLaughlin then savagely punching and elbowing Hutchins as he was being held down. Again, at this point, if you're not on the clock, you don't have your badge and your gun, the one at least is issued for you to be on you while you're off on duty, and you pull a gun on someone during an argument, you're just a guy that's pulling a gun on someone in the street. You're not a cop at this point, you're a citizen, bro. But he's still called back up, and somehow this whole thing happened as if he's just on the clock. Again, an argument outside of pizzeria because that's illegal as well. There's a whole crew of them that are about this, and I'll get in a second. But just this particular incident here, I know we're on a cop-heavy thing here, Jordan. Maybe it's similar things that have been said. But again, filming the cops gets you this. Jordan, what are your thoughts on this, brother?
It's reflective of this kind of like loser mindset that is present in so many of these cops. It's people who were bullied or who weren't respected or taken seriously, who grow up and given this artificial authority that they then use to abuse people around them. Like now the city has to pay because of this guy's bad behavior. Yeah, like you said, I can't underscore enough how important it is to film the police, and that's his issue here. The interference here was that he was filming because he probably wanted to rough up the guy on the motorcycle. And when he has a pattern of this, it makes you wonder, why is he even still on the police force? And it's because they ultimately don't care. And the way the police unions are structured is to protect people like that. It is essentially a gang. So, you, the taxpayer, and all of us have to pay for people like this to keep doing whatever they want with no consequence. So if we really want to tackle this, if we really want to stomp this out, we need to take on police unions and how they're structured, because they operate totally different than any other union in this country. Like even in like the most cushy union in any other type of labor, if you routinely mess up, you'll have a system where you're eventually terminated. But it's just the protections are just so you can't get fired on the spot for no reason without severance. In police unions, it is just time and time and time again, you're fine, and they'll work behind the scenes to, create their own story that's more sympathetic to you, or to basically collectively lie on your behalf. And if somehow you are let go, another department will just take you in, so you can just go do the same stuff somewhere else. It's totally bogus.